Emily and Duncan. Emily is a dark green tender engine who lives at the sheds with the other engines. She has thousands of wheels. She has a lot of wheels. And she has 6 on her tenders. A very fantastic tender, a tall funnel, no dome, and tall side rods, and a tall whistle. She is a single Stirling engine too. Always like to enjoy her favourite gang, the Green Engine Gang, and she always likes to invite Oliver, Henry, Peter, Sam, and Boko in this gang of hers. When engines think she's boastful, it makes her think that they're not better than her. Molly likes to tease the little engines, including Duncan, who is the most boastful, who is the most troublesomeness at all on Emily. One day, Duncan was pulling 2 fuel tankers, while Emily was pulling 2 trucks full of slate to take to the mine shaft, and said this to Duncan: "Out of the way, narrow gauge engine! Tall engine coming through," she said. Duncan did not like this at all, because Emily always bosses him all the time, and he doesn't like it, because he really doesn't, because it's really upset with him because of Emily being boastful and bossy around him, and Duncan doesn't like it. But the next day, Duncan was taking James back to the sheds because James had broken down. They were gonna go under the Action Canyon Bridge while Emily was still in the way, pulling 2 trucks full of parcels to take to someone's birthday party. "Out of the way, little engines," she said. "Tall engine coming through. You can't. Out of the way, little engines," she said. "Tall engine coming through. You can't say bad things about me," she said, and off she went with the parcel trucks. "This time," said Duncan, "Emily has gone too far," he said, and decided to get back on Emily. And he did. James agreed with him, and so did Duncan, and they all decided to get back on Emily, because Emily has gone too far. The next morning, Emily wouldn't wake up. Her driver and fireman couldn't make her start. There was Duncan with her waiting coaches, and at Wellsworth Station, the people were waiting, but the coaches weren't ready because Emily wasn't there, because she doesn't seem to be arriving. This morning. At last, Emily woke up. Oh dear, she yawned. She was coupled to the coaches and puffed up next to Duncan. She bothered up to the coaches and puffed in next to Duncan. "Where have you been, little Emily?" he said. "I'm not little," said Emily, and she puffed grumpy away and tired. "Well, now for my plan," said Duncan. He was at Emily's line while Emily was ready to chase him. The Wellsworth station guard blew his whistle. The passengers were on board her coaches, and then after that, Emily was ready to get started when Duncan went on her line. He was beating Emily up. "Duncan," she said. "Oh, wait till I get my buffers. Wait till I get my hands on you," she said. "Oh yeah, I don't have hands. Wait till I get you," she said. And with that, she steamed after Duncan, and Duncan was going too fast. Teased Duncan, and Emily was so cross. "I'll get you now," said Emily. They puffed up the Grand Canyon. Duncan was enjoying himself, and Emily wanted to stop, but she couldn't. But Emily wanted Duncan to stop, but he wouldn't stop. "Duncan, wait," said Emily. "No, I won't. No, I won't," said Duncan, "and you can't beat me up too," he laughed. They went up the bridge, and Emily was out of breath. The coaches were too heavy. "I will never be the same engine again," she said sadly. My big wheels are quite worn out." And they were. Duncan steamed faster and faster through the rickety track, and Emily was too tired, and with that, she came off the rails and onto the track below. "Oh no, help," she said, and with that, she and the express fell down too, and now they were feeling really hurt. "Ow," said Emily. "Ow, ow." And with that, Duncan puffed away and started teasing her. He had enough about now, and he has already been done teasing Emily, and Emily was so annoyed. The mess was cleared. The passengers have already gone on their holiday, and Emily, feeling so hurt, wanted to get revenge on Duncan, but Duncan started laughing at her. Well then, mighty Emily," he said. "Now you know what chase means, don't you?" Poor Emily couldn't answer. She had no breath. She puffed into a siding to take a deep, deep breath. She came back to the sheds at night and felt sorry for herself and decided never to tease Duncan again.